Good morning, it's Martin at Pendle Performance. Got a stunning Volkswagen T6.1 on the dyno today. This being the new Euro 6.2 engine. It's used in the Delphi DCM 6.2. These Euro 6.2 engines, the power delivery of them from factory is absolutely shocking. This is a DSG model. They suffer with massive low down lag. They are absolutely terrible. They drive absolutely superb on road, the steering, the handling, everything else, but the power delivery from the engine, what Volkswagen were doing when they put the software in them, God only knows. Possibly it was a late Friday job where they were going out on beer and they just rushed the software, because it is absolutely terrible, the tuning and the calibration that they put in the ECU. We'll show you the dyno graphs in a minute. We'll just have a bit of a chat about what I do at Pendle Quarters. Obviously, everyone knows how passionate I am in what I do. I'm very OCD. Pardon me. I'm very stuck in my ways on what I do as well. For me, everything has to be right. It's how I am. When I'm working on a customer's vehicle, I'm working on that particular vehicle. I'm not answering phone. I'm not talking to people who come in. I lock my gate so we can't have anyone just turn up. So, you know, my time is dedicated to the customer's vehicle that I'm tuning. What we do a full dyno test of the vehicle as it comes into us, which we'll show you in a minute. And then we do a full live data log. I can analyse the data log, make sure everything's running as it should do. I've got the main dealership tool for Volkswagen. I've got the main dealership tool for many manufacturers really, but I'll check that it's running the latest software in the ECU. I'll also check it's running the latest software in the TCU, the DSG gearbox. This one required updates for the engine and gearbox. So I did the updates on engine and gearbox. Then we carried out a static service regen of the DPF filter, and then I custom tuned the engine and custom tuned the gearbox. I do all the tuning in-house. I do all research and development in-house, which enables me to tweak each and every file to suit the vehicle. It's not about the numbers, you know, it's all about the engine, how the engine's set up and tuned for me. That's paramount, you know, the numbers are what the numbers are. So we'll just have a look at the dyno graphs. This is as it came into me. So she's made 156, she's made 346 Nm torque. I do know they are claimed at 150, but all these Euro 6 engines, Euro 6.2, 150s meant more. Generally, I see 160 plus, you know, I can see up to 165 on them as standard. I did have one in yesterday that made 151, which is the lowest I've ever seen on one. But this is the new Euro 6.2 engine, which is still using the still using the Delphi DCM 6.2. They have moved over now onto using a Bosch ECU that cannot be tuned as yet, but you can see the delivery of the power low down. They have got massive lag at these vehicles, lag on the engine software and also the DSG software for the TCU gearbox. So we'll just load our tuned graphs up, bear with me, and I'll overlay it over the standard, and you can see the low down power why they have so much lag. We have tuned the gearbox on this as well. Our gearbox tuning on these, all the DSG gearboxes now and all the transporters is absolutely a game changer. I put a lot of time research and development into it. It absolutely transforms how the DSG gearbox works, the shift speed, shift points, absolutely transforms them. It's an absolute no-brainer. They're superb ones, tuned engine and gearbox, they work together. So we'll look at the tuned graph now and you'll be able to see straight away. So that's the tuned overlaid over the standard. You can see in the lower RPM range, 1,000 to 2,000, this lag, you know, and you can tell when you drive the vehicles that they are very, very laggy. These Euro 6.2 I'm talking about, they're very laggy in the lower RPM range. And it is down to the garbage calibration that Volkswagen have done in the ECUs. This is correct tuning with so smooth delivery of torque. This thin line is their torque. See, it comes up and it goes across. That in my book is not correct tuning of an engine. You know, the drivability of it is absolutely shocking. Whereas ours was so smooth, progressive torque delivery, completely transforms how these vehicles drive. Also with the shift speeds of the DSG gearbox, totally transforms them. Numbers we've made, like I say, it's not about the numbers, you know, it's about the engines being correctly tuned, safely tuned, all the correction maps working as OEM, such as the lambda correction, the EGT correction, intake air temperature correction, oil correction, various other correction maps, all running 100% OEM. Figures she's made. 200 brake horse, absolutely bang on the money, 200 brake horse. More important, 338 newton meters of torque, and that's where it's at torque-wise on the diesel vehicle. Because a lot of people get obsessed with brake horsepower, but more important is the torque on the diesel vehicle. So that's a bit of a talk about the Euro 6.2 engine in the T6.1. I think May, April this year, they changed the build spec. The engines are identical, they just changed over to running a Bosch MD1 CS104 engine control unit that cannot be tuned yet. It's got a password protection on processor that we can't overcome as yet, and two manufacturers are working on it, so we do hope to be able to release it early next year. But that is correct tuning. Tuning doesn't get any better than that. That is absolutely perfect tuning. Huge thanks for me for watching all my videos.